Friends, welcome to today's football predictions on Betkraft. All right, it's another beautiful Monday morning, and we've come again with our predictions for you today. And we know that so many games are going on across the globe, and amongst these many, we selected a few of them. And today we're looking at mostly UEFA. Nations League, as well as the African Cup of Nations qualification matches, that made up our tickets for you today. So today, well, we're looking at these games one after the other in a short while, and I want to use the opportunity to ask those of us who are coming across our video for the first time that are yet to subscribe to kindly take our time to hit the subscription button right now so that you do not miss out on our subsequent games that will always come up on this channel on a daily basis. All right, and without further ado, let's head to the business of today. And today we'll be starting with the Africa Cup of Nations qualifying match where we have the Madagascar coming up against Comoros. Okay, and Madagascar in the past recent 6 games have been able to achieve 4 victories, but have lost 1 game and 1 draw. And away side, Comoros on the other hand have seen 2 victories, 2 losses, as well as 2 draws in the last recent 6 games that they had so far. And when you take a look at how these 2 teams have performed from home and away perspective, you can see that for the home side, Madagascar, they've been able to achieve 6 victories in the past 10 home games. They've actually had 3 draws, but have lost just 1 game in the past 10 home games that they have so far. And that tells you how this team performs from home, seeing that 60% of the home matches have actually resulted to a win for them, and they've actually had 3 draws and just 1 loss, which can happen in the match against the Central African Republic on that occasion. But when you look at the away side, on the other hand, Comoros also have been able to achieve 5 victories from away, and they've also lost 5 games from away as well. That tells you that 50% of the away games have resulted to victory, and also 50 have resulted to a loss for the away side. And looking at how these 2 teams have performed from head-to-head perspective, you can see that the last 2 times both sides met, it was Madagascar who has seen the upper hand, seeing that the last time they met was in June this year. Madagascar won on that occasion by 2-1. Prior to that, in 2018, Madagascar also won the side by 1-0. And the last 5 head-to-head meetings have actually seen Madagascar winning on 4 occasions out of 5, and drawing 1. So in this very game, we will expect the home side Madagascar to achieve a result in this one. But it is the home side here to win or draw, and under 3.5. That's all for that very game. Home win or draw, and under 3.5. That's what we expect. Okay, and that's it. Will take us to the next for today, and it is in the Africa Cup of Nations qualifying match. We'll have Niger up against Ghana, and Niger have won just a single match in the past 6, but have lost 3 and have drawn 2 as well. And away side, on the other hand, Ghana have actually been able to achieve 2 victories, 2 draws, as well as 2 losses in the past 6 recent games that they have so far. And when you look at these 2 teams' performances from home and away perspective, you can see that playing from home, Niger have been able to achieve 4 victories. They have actually lost 5 games, but they have had 1 draw in the past 10 home games that they have so far. All right, that tells you that 40% of the home matches have actually seen them, achieving victory, and while 50% of it have actually resulted to a loss for them, even when they're playing from home. All right, and the last home game they played, I saw them losing out to Togo by 2-1. Okay, and looking at away side Ghana, they have actually been able to achieve just only 1 win in the past 10 away games. They have had 4 losses, but have drawn 5. Most of the away games that they played out so far have actually resulted to a draw for Ghana. And when you look at how these 2 teams have performed from head-to-head performances, you can see that last time they met, Niger played from home. That was in January last year. We saw Niger defeating Ghana on that occasion by 2-0. And all right, prior to that though, far back 2013, Ghana was able to achieve a result against this side by scoring 3-0. But in this very game, looking at the recent results, we know that Ghana will be looking to achieve something against this Niger Republic, seeing that last time they met, it was Niger who actually won on that occasion. So we do expect to see the away side either to win or draw, and under 3.5. That's what part of that very game. We win or draw under 3.5. Okay, and that will take us to the next for today. Okay, it is whoa. All right, it is in UEFA Nations League where we have Slovenia who will be up against Kazakhstan. Okay, and when you look at how these two teams have performed in recent times, you could see that Slovenia have actually been able to achieve all the matches that they played in recent times. I've actually seen them playing out a draw in all the 6 games that they have played so far. They've not lost any. They've not won any. They've always played a draw. Okay, Kazakhstan have won 1, losing 4, and have actually achieved the 1 draw in the past recent 6 games. But when you look at how these two teams have performed from home and away perspective, you can see that Slovenia from home have been able to achieve 5 victories playing from home. They've actually drawn 5. At the last 4 home games that they played out so far, seen them playing out draw on all 4 games. And the away side, on the other hand, Kazakhstan have won 3 games from away, and they've actually been able to they've lost 7 games in the past 10 away games that they played out so far. And we know that Slovenia is a very strong side, and the last time both teams met, that was November last year, saw Slovenia defeating this side by 2-1, and prior to that we also saw Slovenia also beating these guys by 2-1 once again. So in this very one, we will expect to see a result for Slovenia. I think that they played the draw for long enough time, so we do expect to see a win for the home side. Slovenia achieving a result in this one, home win. That's a verdict for that very encounter. All right. Okay. The next game that we have for you is in African Cup of Nations qualifying match, where we have Burundi coming up against Senegal. Okay, Burundi have won 2 games, have drawn 2, and have also lost 2 games in the past recent 6 games that they have so far. And the away side, Senegal have been able to achieve 3 victories as well as 3 draws in the past recent 6 games. They have not lost any. And when you look at how these two teams have fared from home and away, Burundi playing from home have actually been able to achieve 5 victories from home. They've had 2 draws as well as 3 losses in the past 10 home games that they have so far. 50% of their home game have actually seen them, achieving a victory. For a side like Burundi, not very bad. And looking at Senegal, their away side, that Senegal is a very strong side. They're doing very well at the moment, and the away games that have played so far have seen them winning 6 games out of those. We see them defeating Brazil by 4-2. They're doing so well, and the last 2 away games that they played out so far saw them winning all 2, and they've won 60% of their away games. They have lost just 1, which was against England, and they've had 3 draws. So 6 wins, 3 draws, and 1 loss in the past 10 away games for Senegal. And the last 2 times both teams met saw Senegal defeating this side on those 2 occasions. The last one was in 2016. Senegal won from away on that occasion by 2-0. And this very game, we will expect Senegal, a very strong Senegal, to achieve a result against Burundi, and it is their way side to win out shortly in this very one. That's our verdict. And that takes us to the next for today. And it is UEFA Nations League. We'll have Romania will be up against Lithuania, and they will say that Romania have been able to achieve 2 victories, and they've lost 2 as well as 2 draws in the past recent 6 games that they had. And Lithuania, on the other hand, have won 3 games. They've actually lost 2, but have had 1 draw in the past recent 6 encounters. When you look at how they perform from home and away perspective, you could see that Romania, the home side, have actually been able to achieve 5 wins in the past 10 home games. They've actually had 4 draws, but they've lost just 1 game in the past 10 home games that they had so far, which that was the last home game where they played out a 3-0 loss to Netherlands. And looking at Lithuania, their away side, they've actually won 3 games from away. They've been able to achieve 1 draw as well, but have lost 6 matches in the past 10 away games that they have so far. And when you look at how these 2 teams have performed from head to head, you see that it has always been Romania who has been dominant of this very tie, seeing that the last 4 meetings for both sides have actually seen Romania winning on all 4. That tells you that Romania is doing very well. It's a strong side, and we saw how they performed from in the European Championship, where they won Ukraine by 3-0. And in this very encounter, we will expect a Romania side achieving a victory against Lithuania. It is the home side to win outrightly. That's all valid for that very encounter. All right, that takes us to the next, which happen to be the last for today. It is actually in UEFA Nations League. We'll have Israel coming up against Italy. Okay, Israel have won 2 games in the past 10 in the past recent home games. And they've been able to, they've lost 4 out of the past 6 home games that they played so far. And Italy, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 3 victories. They've lost 2 and they've had 1 draw in the past 6 recent encounters. When you look at how these 2 teams have fared from home and away perspective, you can see that on the home side, Israel have won 4 games in the past 10 home games. They've actually had 3 draws as well as 3 losses. The last 2 home games that they've played out so far against Romania and Iceland saw Israel losing all to Romania and Iceland on that occasion. So when you look at Italy, on the other hand, from away, they've won 3 games from away. They've actually had 3 draws, but they've lost 4 times in the past 10 away games that they played out so far. But the last away game they played, we saw them earlier this month defeating France by 3-1 from away. That tells you that Italy is actually a very strong side, and they put the ass together. They will be able to achieve results. And when you look at how these teams are performed from home and away, from head to head, you can see that Italy have always been dominant, defeating Israel on both occasions that we have it. So we do expect to see their away side being very dominant on this very encounter. It is an away win. That's what valid for that very game. All right, and that brings our predictions for you today to a close. Wish you the very best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes green. Also remember to play responsibly. It's only a football game. Anything can happen. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another day. We'll be coming up with our predictions on this very channel, so do not miss out. But until then, keep winning.